What is my NCR? NCR is n factorial n minus r factorial into r factorial. So remember this, no three of them are collinear means my formula is different. The word and represents for multiplication. Okay, so therefore how you can write this in terms of combination? N represents total number of points and K represents number of points which are collinear. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. This is your Shruti ma'am lecturing in Vidhyaashram, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. So we were discussing about permutations and combination in our last session. So in the last session, we have learned what do you mean by combination, the important properties of combination, also some useful formulas based on combination. So this is very important while calculating the problems on combination. Also in our previous session, I said you when you have given a question, how you can identify in statement problem whether the problem is on permutation or combination. So I have given you some keywords also. So whenever you are working out for the problems for combination, you will be having the words like choose, select, combination, pick, like this. So when you don't have such kind of words, then you have to visualize the problem and analyze whether the problem is on permutation or combination. So it is very easy, you can guess it whether the problem is permutation and combination. But before going to the problems on combination, you have to remember all the properties as well as some important formulas which are useful for the geometrical figures. Okay, so we have learned how many number of triangles or number of straight lines can be formed when a number of points are given. We have learned how many parallelograms or rectangles or quadrilaterals can be drawn using when m parallel lines intersect n parallel lines. Also, we have learned how many number of diagonals can be drawn in certain type of polygon. Okay, so these are the questions we will be going to discuss today. So let me solve some simple problems today on combination for the formula based problem, that is on NCR. Okay, so what is my NCR? Okay, so we will discuss few problems on NCR. So in previous classes, we have learned 1 marks, 2 marks question to find the value of x, n, r using the properties of combination. So today we will be directly dealing with the problems on NCR and also some geometrical formations using combination, that is what I have given under some important formulas of combinations. Okay, so let me start with my first problem, that is in how many ways a committee of 5 can be chosen from 10 students. Remember the formula of NCR. How NCR is given? NCR is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Also remember that the shortcut which I have told you before, that is suppose you have 10C3, then just write the 3 factors 10 into 9 into 8 and divide it by 3 factorial, that is 3 into 2 into 1. 1 you can write or neglect because the product will be same. So now let me calculate this. We have to choose. Remember the word choose, that means combination. So 5 out of 10 students. So what will be my NCR? My NCR will be 10C5. Okay, so just write the 5 factors, that is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 divided by 5 factorial, that is 5, 4, 3 into 2 into 1. So you can cancel it. 3 2s are 6, 6 get cancelled, 4 1s are 4 2s are get cancelled, 5 1s are 5 2s are get cancelled. So when you multiply it, the result will be 252. So just write ways. So this is the number of ways how you can choose any 5 students out of 10 students. So next question. How many straight lines can be formed from 10 points if no 3 of them are collinear? So remember this, no three of them are collinear means my formula is different. When certain number of points are collinear, I have another formula to find number of straight line. Remember? Okay. So this important. So when no 3 points are collinear, a number of straight lines that can be formed is NC2. So this is for straight lines. Because the minimum number of points required to draw a line is 2. So out of n points, I can choose any 2 points. So if you have n points, how many straight lines you can draw? So similarly, it is NC3 for triangles. It is NC3 for triangles because you need 3 vertices for triangle. Now my problem is to form a straight line along with 10 points. No 3 of them are collinear. So I'll choose this formula. Okay, so that is 10C2. Very simple. These are all 1 marks or 2 marks question. So 10C2, most probably they'll ask you for 1 marks only. So that is choose 2 factors, 10 into 9 divided by 2 factorial. Okay, so 90 by 2 will be 45 in total. So you can draw or you can form 45 straight line in using 10 points. Understood? Next question. How many triangles can be formed from 8 non-collinear points? All the 8 are non-collinear. No 3 of them are collinear. 8 non-collinear points means no of them are collinear. So therefore, what is the formula we use for triangle? NC3. Okay, so NC3 for triangles. So therefore, what is here? You should take 8C3. 8C3 is given by 3 factors, 8, 7, 6 over 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3 2s are 6, 6 get cancels. Okay, next 56. So how many triangles you can form using 8 non-collinear points? 56 triangles you can form. Next question. Find the number of ways in which a committee of 4 students and 2 lecturers can be chosen out of 10 students and 8 lecturers. Okay, so how many total students and lecturers you have? You have 10 students, okay, and you have 8 lecturers. So out of 10 students, you are supposed to choose only 4 students. And out of 8 lecturers, you are supposed to choose only 2 lecturers. And remember, you have the word and here. The word and represents for multiplication. Okay. So therefore, how you can write this in terms of combination? That is 10C4 and this is 8C2. So 10 students and 8 lecturers. So this will be like this, multiplication. So therefore, my total number of ways. Okay, so that is number of ways will be 10C4. So 4 students out of 10 students and you have to choose 2 lecturers out of 8 lecturers. So 4 factors, 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 divided by 4, 3, 2, 1 into 2, 8 into 7 by 2. This is equal to 210 into 28. That is 5880. Okay, so you can choose 4 students and 2 lecturers among 10 students and 8 lecturers in 5880 ways. Next question. A person has 9 friends. In how many ways can he invite 1 or more of them to a dinner? Okay, so he has totally 9 friends. He has to invite his friends for dinner. So he can invite minimum 1 or he can invite 2. So I'll write or. Okay, so or he can invite 3 or he can invite like that. He can invite all of his 9 friends or I am writing. So remember the word or implies for addition. Okay, or implies for addition. So therefore, out of 9, he can choose one friend to invite, or he can choose 2, or he can choose 3, or he can choose all the 9 friends. So how we will write this sum in terms of sum? So out of 9, he can invite anyone, or I said or is nothing but sum or plus. He can invite 2, or he can invite 3, or etc. He can invite all of his friends. So remember the property we have learned. So we have learned this NC1 plus NC2 plus NC3 plus etc. plus NCN. What does this implies? We have learned in our previous session. This is 2 power n minus 1. When it starts with NC0, it is just powers of 2, that is 2 power n. When it starts with NC1 to NCn, it is 2 power n minus 1. So how this I can write? Here in the place of n, we have 9. So therefore, this sum will be equal to 2 power 9 minus 1. What is my 2 power 9? It is equal to 512 minus 1. Therefore, 511 ways. He can choose his friends by choosing 1 or 2 or 3 or all of his friends to invite for the dinner in 511 ways. Next question. There are 12 points in a plane, of which 5 are collinear. Find the number of straight lines that can be formed and triangles that can be formed. Here we have, in total we have 12 points. And we have 5 points which are collinear. So the formula differs here for straight line and triangle. Remember the formula, that is for straight line, when n points are there and k points are collinear, the formula will be nc2 minus kc2 plus 1. Okay, n represents total number of points and k represents number of points which are collinear. Also for triangle, the formula is nc3 minus kc3. We'll just use these two formulas here. So according to the question, my n is 12 and my k is 5. Okay, let me check out for question A, that is how many straight lines I can form using 12 points where 5 points are collinear. So therefore here it is 12c2 minus 5c2 plus 1. So what is 12c2? 12 into 11 divided by 2, because 2 into 1 is 2. Similarly 5c2, 5 into 4 divided by 2 factorial is 2. 2 into 1 is 2 plus 1. So what happens here? So this is 66 minus 10 plus 1. 66 minus 10 is 56. 56 plus 1 is 57. So 57 straight lines you can form. Now question B. How many triangles you can form using the same number of points where 5 points are collinear? That is 12c3 minus 5c3. So just check it out. So 12 into 11 into 10 divided by 3 into 2 minus 5 into 4 into 3 divided by 3 into 2. Okay, so you can cancel this. 6 ones are 6 twos are. So this is 110 into 2, that is 220 minus here 3 and 3 get cancelled. 2 twos are, so that is 10. So therefore it is equal to 210. So you can form 210 triangles out of 12 points where 5 points are collinear. Next question. Find the total number of parallelograms that can be formed a set of 5 parallel lines intersecting another set of 6 parallel lines. So 5 lines and 6 parallel lines. Remember, when you have m set of parallel lines and n set of parallel lines which are intersecting to form any quadrilaterals or rectangle or parallelograms, then how many parallelograms or rectangles you can form is mc2 into nc2. So this is the formula you should remember. Okay, so now the same thing I'll apply here. My m is 5 I can take and my n is 6 I can take. So what happens to the total number of parallelograms here? So total number of parallelograms will be equal to MC2 into NC2. Okay, so that is according to the question, it is 5C2 into 6C2. Okay, just choose here 5C2. 5C2 is 5 into 4 divided by 2 into 6 into 5 divided by 2. So therefore, here it is 10, here it is 15. So total 150. So 150 parallelograms I can form using 5 set of parallel lines when it intersects with 6 set of parallel lines. Next question. Find the number of diagonals in a decagon. Okay. So what is the formula to find number of diagonals in a polygon? So that is n into n minus 3 by 2. So remember this formula. What is given here? Decagon. So how many sides decagon has? So that is n is equal to 10. So hexagon is 6, octagon is 8, nonagon and decagon n is equal to 8. So you should be very careful. So you should know some of the polygons. Okay. So therefore the number of diagonals for this question is 10 into 10 minus 3 by 2. Okay. So that is 5 sevens are 35 diagonals you can draw inside the polygon, that is inside the decagon. You can draw 35 diagonals inside a decagon. Next question. If a convex polygon has 170 diagonals, find the number of sides of the polygon. Okay, so we have 170 diagonals. Okay, we have total number of diagonals. We have to find number of sides of the polygon, that is n we have to find. So in previous case, n was given. We are about to find the number of diagonal inside the polygon. Here number of diagonals is given. We have to find the value of n. That is how many sides a polygon contains here. Okay, so we know the formula, that is number of diagonals. Number of diagonals inside the polygon n into n minus 3 divided by 2. So number of diagonals is given as 170. So n into n minus 3 divided by 2. Cross multiply, you will get n into n minus 3 is equal to 340. Just I am changing LHS and RH, which is same. This will be n square minus 3n, which is equal to 340. When you shift this, it will become a quadratic equation, that is n square minus 3n minus 340 is equal to 0. So here you can use the formula, okay, that is minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So remember this formula. You can use this formula or you can use the splitting middle term concept also. So I'll just split the middle term, so that the sum will be minus 3 and the product will be 340. So here I'll take 20n plus 17n, because 17 is 340, minus 20 plus 17 will gives to minus 3n. So 340 is equal to 0. When you take the common factor, you are left with n minus 20, n plus 17 is equal to 0. So therefore, n is equal to 20 or n is equal to minus 17. Remember, n cannot be negative because number of diagonals is a natural number. It is a counting number. So since n cannot be negative, so therefore n is 20. So the polygon here is a 20-sided polygon. So since n cannot be negative, so this is the reason why n is equal to 20. We'll not say it has minus 5 sides. We'll not say it has minus 17 sides. We'll say it has 20 sides, 5 sides. So counting numbers is always natural. So therefore, my value for n here is 20. Next question. In a party, each person shakes hands with everyone else. If there are 25 members in the party, calculate the number of handshakes. Okay. So 2 persons has to meet each other to shake a hand. Okay. So therefore, I need 2 hands, minimum 2 hands to shake a hand. that should be 2 different persons. So in a party you have 25. Okay, minimum hands you required is 2. So therefore my formula will be 25C2. Also remember, in general, if these type of questions were asked in your examination, okay, so this is always NC2, okay, where N represents number of persons. So this is for shake hand. Okay, so you can use this concept, very simple. So here N represents number of persons. Okay, when you have N persons who are going to shake their hands, then it can be converted into NC2 in NC2 ways. Okay, now we have 25 members. So therefore, my formula is 25C2 here. So what is 25C2? It is 25 into 24 divided by 2. Okay. So this is 12. 12 5s are 60, 12 2s are 24, that is 300. Okay, so there will be this number of handshakes. Okay, so that is 300. So these are the problems we have discussed today. So here we have learned how we can calculate NCR. Also the shortcut method we have learned. Also we have learned some geometrical diagram using the formula of NCR. So in the next class, we will be discussing about how peoples can be arranged in terms of combination, how they can be chosen when more than one particular person will be included, excluded type of problems. So in this session, you have learned how NCR can be calculated and how certain geometrical figures can be formed using the formula of combination. So remember to learn the properties and also formula. It is very important. It makes you very easy to solve the problems on combination. So in the next class, we'll be dealing with few more problems on combinations. So until then, take care. So keep watching, keep learning, keep exploring. Thank you.